a nation is hard-hearted, stiff-necked and rebellious, God will still send his word, for he is still concerned. The prophet has a responsibility to make known the voice of God and the word of God unto the people. And the people has a responsibility to respond to the word of God through obedience. And throughout the book of Ezekiel, God addressed the abominable practice of idolatry, which is the worshiping and serving of other gods and idols. God said in Ezekiel 6 verse 9 that he is broken with the whorish hearts of his people that has departed from him. He is broken with their eyes that have gone a whoring after other idols. God is not pleased with the abominable practice of idolatry upon the chosen nation. Question: has our nation departed from God? Has our eyes gone astray after other idols? For many of times we don't recognize when we are involved in idolatry because we're no longer building statues, we're no longer building images. But we need to understand that idolatry can be in our hearts. And God promised the elders that he will answer them according to the multitude of idols that is in their hearts. And he is the same God today. He knows all and he sees our hearts. For our hearts are open and naked before God. He says, I, the Lord, search the heart and I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, according to his doings. God outlines in Ezekiel 18 that the righteousness of each family member cannot give an account for other family members. There is coming a time when the righteousness of one or two cannot spare the lives of a nation. There is coming a time when the words of the prophet cannot save a nation nor spare all. There is coming a time when the church cannot pray to save the nation, for each of us will reap the doings of our actions. He is the same God today. And God instructed Ezekiel to bring back to remembrance the youth of Israel. He told them to remind the people of where they were with him. He reminded them of the covenant they had with him. And tonight I do believe that God is reminding Jamaica of where we once were. For we were a godly nation, and many of times we forget our position with God. We forget that we cannot do like other nations. We forget that we are set apart. We forget that we are different. We forget that we should not go after other idols. We have forgotten the fear of God upon our nation. The fear of God is no longer in our schools. Have we maintained prayer in our schools? Have we maintained prayer in our home? For we are no longer praying out to God. We are going about our own business. We no longer remember God upon our nation. We have forgotten our dedication. For once ago we had a very day that we dedicated unto God. There was no expletives. Shops were closed. We were on our best behavior. You will hear the sermons of the preachers echoing in our community. A popular sermon was Manadosa. You will hear the gospel waking us up in the morning. That popular song by Sister Corey, hurry up, get ready to go. And we forgotten where we were as a nation.
Quench not the Spirit of God. Quench not the Spirit of God. Let it go, let it go.